10.
It's death threats, and it's not okay.
Police are trying to find the person sending threatening Snapchat messages to local high school girls. Thank you for joining us. At least 3 teenage girls at Davies High School have been harassed by a Snapchat user who is threatening violence.
The snaps included messages like, "Give me nudes and I will hurt you." Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson has more.
Some kids do it as a joke and think it's funny when it's really not.
That's what I said too.
Snapchat, it's social media known for sending messages that disappear after you read them.
I definitely have a conversation with their kid and ask them about it, because I would think it's something that parents should be concerned about.
Police are looking for a person behind a username. According to court documents, that user has been sending messages to girls at Davies High School. Messages like, "I will bring a gun to school if you don't show me your nipple," and "Do you want to get stabbed? Send nudes." Fargo police say they're unable to talk about the case because everyone involved in the Snapchats are minors.
He harassed my buddy's girlfriend, so we went over there and talked to him, and, we found out that it wasn't him, but we've had other people do this before. And
Zach Wadham says there's a student who goes to his school with a similar name as the username, but he's not the one sending the messages.
yeah, they think it's identity theft, and, it's not okay.
The Fargo School District says the Snapchat threats aren't happening anymore. A student told an SRO here at Davies who told police. The district wanted to point out that the threats were made outside of school.
It would be horrible if any of my kids were getting them.
Mom of 3, Joni Kuhn, says parents need to talk to their kids about social media, not only to be careful and safe, but also to avoid things that get them in serious trouble.
And they can't see around the corner. They don't know the consequences. They're still developing. So yeah, they do all sorts of things.
Fargo police are asking Snapchat to give them account information to pinpoint who's behind the username.
With all the new technology, I think it happens a lot, but I would definitely block them right away.
For now, students and parents say always play it safe on social media. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
We contacted Snapchat and they couldn't comment on this particular story, but they say their privacy policy states they can share information to protect the safety of users.
A woman in northeastern Minnesota is recovering from injuries she received in a bear attack. The Wadena County Sheriff's Office received a call last Friday from a woman reporting she had been attacked by a bear at her home just northeast of Sebeka, Minnesota. 59-year-old Catherine Hansen said she was on the deck of her home when the bear attacked. She says she was knocked to the ground. Officers with the Department of Natural Resources say the bear was after Hansen's bird feeders. The bear has not been located.
A road project along 32nd Avenue South in Fargo is being compared to the 13th Avenue South road work going on now. The widening of 32nd isn't going to happen until next year, which should give people plenty of time to get their questions answered. Valley News Team's Krista Boehm explains several are concerned about how the $14 million project will be paid for.
Nearly 30,000 vehicles travel on 32nd Avenue South every day from 42nd Street to 32nd Street. That's in the area of Cass County Electric and past I-29.
Is getting higher on the crash list statewide.
What is now 4 lanes will be widened to 6 beginning the spring of 2017.
Oh, that's a tremendous help.
Ron Gilmore lives in the neighborhood and has seen a drastic change in driving on 32nd Avenue.
Traffic in this area has become very dangerous, and people get impatient. And if they can improve the flow, that reduces the frustration.
Part of the reason is the heavy congestion that gets created here, especially with the semis.
Flying J was there, wasn't bad, but when they put Love's in, put the McDonald's in, added the truck stop, it really created an additional bottleneck.
Gilmore says the construction is needed, but the cost to him and his neighbors in special assessments isn't right.
You fix the street in front of your home, sidewalks, curbs, that's legitimate. But when you're doing a major intersection, when you're doing an arterial road, that should be, because everybody in the city drives it.
I understand the frustration having to pay for it, but Like I said, everybody's responsible for 2 arterials, no matter where you live in town. So we do see it as being fair.
Gilmore and others disagree, and they want the city to reconsider the way specials are assessed.
My house that I've lived in for 16 years, I've had $39,000 worth of special assessments in 16 years, a quarter of what I paid for my home.
In South Fargo, Krista Baim, Valley News Live.
The city of Fargo will meet with impacted property owners personally, and there should be another public meeting in July or August.
And you can expect travel delays near the intersection of Highway 75 or 8th Street and 24th Avenue in South Moorhead starting tomorrow. That's where crews will be removing old traffic signals. The project will begin at 9 in the morning.
An unusually large fruit fly population has been sighted in Richland County.
A woman living in Dwight, North Dakota, contacted our whistleblower hotline saying the infestation is a big problem in the community. Valley News Team's Giovanna Simic investigates.
Over the course of the last month, we've noticed an increase of fruit flies in the area.
Lauren Coppin says she has noticed an unusually large amount of fruit flies in her Dwight, North Dakota home.
Nobody wants to have bugs in their house. As you can see behind me, I've had to keep my fruit basket empty, taking a risk with my tomatoes right now.
She's not alone. The NDSU Extension Office in Richland County has gotten multiple reports.
They're actually supposed to be more common in the fall when fruits are ripe and starting to decay.
Brock Scholder says people are calling and looking for answers.
There's just a lot of possibilities. The conditions are right now for them, to thrive.
Scholder says fruit flies thrive in 60 to 70 degree weather. He adds he hasn't found the source of the infestation. Coppin says she believes it's coming from rotten beets in fields near the local sugar beet plant.
Problem that's come from it is affecting everybody in the surrounding community, and it seems that nobody wants to take ownership for it.
I called the Mindak Farmers Cooperative. A spokesperson said they hadn't heard anything about the infestation.
The fact that the company itself isn't owning up to their responsibility in this matter was a little bit disgusting.
Scholder says he can't confirm if the fruit flies are coming from the plant. He did say the problem should go away soon.
Population should decrease significantly once the weather warms up and the moisture goes down.
In Richland County, Giovanna Simic, Valley News Live.
NDSU's extension in Richland County says people should throw out their garbage as often as possible and clean up after eating to help prevent fruit flies.
Third time was not the charm. In fact, it was the worst defeat yet as Detroit Lakes School District voters rejected a proposal calling for a $63.5 million in funding. Today's outcome wasn't close. 3,274 voting no, 1,749 voting yes. That's a 65%, 35% margin. In November of 2015, a similar request was defeated by just 120 votes. The district was asking for renovations and upgrades to current buildings and wanted to add a new middle school.
The U.S. Senate has made an additional $1.1 billion in emergency funding available to fight the Zika virus and to develop a vaccine. The money is in addition to $589 million already made available to get a handle on the mosquito-borne illness that's prevalent in South America, is affecting Puerto Rico, and is putting U.S. residents at risk.
It's Tuesday. That means it's time for another restaurant report card. Now, many of you will more than likely head to the lakes this summer. We did for tonight's restaurant report card. Valley News Team's Cornelius Hawker serves up a batch of Lakes Country restaurants.
El Laurel's in Detroit Lakes had 3 critical violations on their last inspection report. One of those violations, a dirty ice maker, was first cited in 2013. Since then, they've not complied with their order to clean the ice maker regularly, according to the reports. The other violations came from employee drinks being in the food prep area and a dirty margarita machine along with dirty pop nozzles. We reached out for comment from El Laurel's manager, but didn't hear back. Zorba's at the Beach had only 1 critical violation. Their dish machine didn't have chlorine in the final rinse cycle. Manager Tate Jensen tells Valley News Live that problem has been corrected. This week's Clean Plate Award winner is Speakeasy. Owner Michael Marcel tells us how they maintain critical violation-free inspection reports.
We actually have kind of calendars on things that we need to do. The ice machines are really important to make sure that you don't have some of the build up on them. I have an incredible chef. Her name is Allison Bergstrom, and she is just very particular and very anal about making sure that everything is labeled, everything that's kept up, and everything is cleaned nightly, everything is turned. You know, we're always keeping up on those kinds of things. It's very important.
In Detroit Lakes for Restaurant Report Card, I'm Cornelius Hawker.
We'll continue to report from Lakes Country throughout the summer.